Today's video is sponsored by Dehancer. Have you ever had a situation where you watched some Instagram reels that looks cool and all of a sudden you got motivated but ended up not doing anything by yourself? I got motivated but I didn't take action. Scrolling Instagram for motivation but ended up spending hours for nothing. Then I feel tired, demotivated, and telling myself I will do it tomorrow. So I decided to think how I want to create a video and tell my story.
Be creative, be creative, be creative, be creative, be creative.
There is a famous Latin word, memento mori. Remember, you will die. Instead of being afraid of what the other people think and not taking action, why not doing it? Tomorrow is not guaranteed to us. To step out from the comfort zone, and I decided to make this video. So I will actually guide you through, guys, color grade today's video. Overall, it's quite simple in my case. I don't do crazy color grading, and I'm not also colorist. So just to be honest with you guys, I'm not familiar with really expertise of how to color grade. All I know is how to check the color tones. For example, my skin, it doesn't really matter what kind of race you are. The rule is check the vector scope, and you need to make sure the show skin tone indicator is turned on, otherwise you don't see this little bit of line here. And once you turn it on, you're good to go. And apparently in my case, this footage is somehow on that spot of your skin. I tried to actually change that color. It's a bit to add more a tint to more like a purple, but ended up some of the color is not exposed really well in that footage, especially because it was recorded by raw footage but without n-log. I completely didn't know how to use overall Z6III, and I completely forgot to change the setting to n-raw plus n-log. It's quite complicated, to be honest, for new Z6 shooter like me. So I just didn't know how to set up the settings, and I kind of messed up the whole shootings. But anyways, I already know that Dehancer can somehow color grade the footage we recorded 709. I just wanted to just test it out to see if it works. So come back to the main topic. The first note is now it's not recorded because it's about noise reduction, and I don't put that much noise reduction because sometimes I like that, put it there just in case if I need something. The second note is a color space transform. In this case I use Rec 709, Rec 709A as an input gamma because I'm using MacBook, and I just changed color space to davinci wide gamut, and cine on film log. It doesn't really matter what kind of gamma you're gonna use. I got this idea from one of the YouTube channels. I just don't remember which one was it. The third node, I usually put primarily balance, primarily offset. Move to the number 4 node. It's about the skin tones. This time, like I mentioned earlier, didn't put a skin tone node. Surprisingly, Nikon and RAW recorded perfectly with the skin tones. I didn't have to edit anything. 5th node, it's again the color space transform. This time it's a DaVinci wide gamut and cine on film log last part. So this is the Dehancer Pro. Overall, everyone says and that's why I learned it. Once you apply that Dehancer node, you have the menu popped out and it's really hard to see it. So all you have to do is on your Mac, tap option and click whatever the down arrow, make it shorter so that it's more visible for you. But to be honest with you, like either way, you're gonna go through those settings because for sure you are curious like what kind of mode we have. Really up to you if you want to go through it later anyways. So then it doesn't make any sense to also close everything out. Go with the first one. So input, this time it's a Rec 709. Sometimes people said that a DaVinci Resolve wide gamut and Rec 709 best way to go, but I don't know, depends on your footage. I don't know, it's a bit the details on the highlight, it's somehow kind of washed out. I decided to just choose Rec 709 and I don't touch any of those because like I said in the third node I already edit and adjust those primary controls. Next one is the film, and this is quite crucial part that like I have to actually mention one of the internet friend who taught me how to color grade cinematically, I would say. It's Nate Cox. He's from the States and he used to work with Apple and Honda, Toyota, like whatever you name it, those major companies. I just personally reach out to him, just ask him like how do you color grade, because he also have a YouTube channel and his color grading is just amazing. Yeah, actually he's using the Dehancer program and he just told me how he edits. He was kind enough to tell me how to color grade. He uses the Kodak Vision 3 500T. A lot of profiles you can choose. Push and pull, it's how strong that color grading is gonna be. Film developer, this is overall the adjustment of the color and saturate the footage itself, but I don't also touch that much. Maybe adjust slightly to add more saturation, but not that much. To be honest with you, I don't touch that much because I cannot see that much difference in the footage so far. Maybe because I just started that Dehancer program, so maybe I will discover some like nice effects on specific videos or footage. Yeah, for sure I will follow up on that. And expand, this is all about like moving the black point, and it could be useful if your footage looks kind of like washed up. It means that, you know, your black point is not really matched up with your footage, right? It should be helpful for you, but again, I don't usually use that much because I usually already adjusted within primary node prints, and print is also really important. If you are already familiar with like color grading world, you usually choose Kodak 2383 because this is one of the famous color profile, and I mean the color print. Color head, it's so for me, like as just new like beginner filmmaker doing some private stuff, I don't know how to touch those, to be honest, and I don't wanna like mess up my color grading that looks like okay or even like more than okay footage. And the film grain, obviously this depends on how your footage want to be look like. This time I don't put that much like grain. I don't know, you can see halation. Yeah, it's obviously I wanted to add the halation effect. You can click the mask nose to see where exactly the halation is gonna affect. There's no place, which is really good because DaVinci Resolve halation effect, maybe it's only available in Studio. The halation from DaVinci Resolve affects the entire footage, which means it's not really natural. Like I can just apply the halation effect from DaVinci Resolve. You see that? You see this part? It's kind of weird orange-ish things here. I don't think I would use that footage. It doesn't look nice and it's kind of like burned out. The thing that I like about Dehancer Pro is even if it's enabled and amplified in 100, so which is maxed out, but still there's no halation. It's not that much happening because it shouldn't be happening because there is not that much brightness and on the edge of my face, and which is good. Enhancing the halation effect is usually bloom. I guess it's quite useful when you're shooting in the night and using the bloom and also halation effect to look like kind of like a booming, the light is booming, and yeah, it's really nice effect. And this one also has mask mode as well, and as you can see, that bloom and halation effect has to have some kind of bright, relatively bright subject. And the film damage, I don't like it because I don't want to even have that weird some jitter effect. Everyone knows that I'm not filming with like a real film. To be honest, I don't think someone used that. I don't use that. And get weave, I just don't know what is it. Maybe it's like kind of moving, maybe. I just don't know how it works. Just if you guys are using Dehancer Pro and know how to use it, yeah, please comment down below. The overscan, I guess that it could be useful. Overall, like those effects, it's quite trendy right now. I used to have, yeah, Cinegram. There's one problem in those frame, let's say, that it's hard to actually adjust by yourself. Sometimes the edge of those parts are like I didn't adjust properly and I can see the dark border. And it doesn't look really also natural effect for me. If you're using Dehancer Pro and using this overscan, then you don't even have to worry about it. The Dehancer will adjust footage. If you want to adjust by yourself, you can also adjust as well, but I don't do it because it's already perfectly fit to the whole frame here. I can adjust to something else, Super 8. And static gate literally means the side parts, the frame itself. It's not gonna do any animated effect. Yeah, it's really slow because of my laptop capability here, but as you can see, there's effects happening here, and I prefer this way than static, just like it's nothing happening. And vignette, I don't do it because in this case, again, you can try with and creating another node, apply some vignette here by, I don't know, selecting here like that, and do whatever you want. I don't know, I mean, obviously depends on how you like to do it, but I don't want to like adjust or like correct something after this last CST node. Yeah, my take of Dehancer Pro is overall using it to add some cinematic look. Monitor, I don't touch anything. Output, obviously 100%. LUTs generator, I use it once because I was working with different project. I really love that, like the outcome. I can obviously use grab still, move to gallery here so that you have other stills that you can grab. Since it was the case that it's completely different project file location, so I had to export like LUT here, and it was really useful because then not only the Dehancer but the other part, for example, that CST adjustment, again CST, or NR, so noise reduction, everything will be exported. So this is perfect, so I appreciate that. This is the options. So this is about the licensing information, the check the profiles of your Dehancer logins. So that's pretty much it. So now I move to the different project, and this is actually recorded by the Apple ProRes RAW 422 10-bit, again recorded by Z6III internally, and this is what I was talking about. So this is the color space transform. This is exactly the same method that I'm using to the previous project. So the first node, Rec actually 2 2020, this is recommended way to color grade with N log footage. And then input gamma here is N log, color space, output color space, davinci wide gamut, output gamma, davinci intermediate. Move to the second node, it's more about the primary balance, and again another CST file, CST node, input color space, input gamma, output color space, the same from the first node, davinci wide gamut, intermediate, Rec 709, Rec 709A, because of the Mac. Like if you guys are using Mac, please use A. Just don't ask me why. It just otherwise your footage would look really washed out. So thank you so much for watching, and right now just the code Sebata10 to have 10% discount for Dehancer Pro. The link in the description, and it will definitely help my channel. I would like to make those quite really, I would say, creative, and it will take some time videos from now, instead of recording more like a POV. Obviously I will keep recording POV sessions as well, but at the same time I want to put more efforts into cinematography and also color grading as well. Obviously thank you so much for Dehancer to sponsor my video, my YouTube channel, but also thank you guys for supporting me. And yeah, I will keep moving forward and editing more, recording more. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next video. Peace.